Hey, what the hell's going on, you guys? This is Super Player NegativeAE, and welcome back to another episode of Hollow Knight. Last we left off, we had just picked up a heart piece, or a mask piece. I don't really know what those things are up there. Alien masks? Something? But we picked up one of those. We need 4 of them to make a full thing. I'm nowhere close to 4 of them. So, yeah. Yeah. So, my goal is still to get to the top left. I just finished exploring to the bottom left, and I want to make my way to the top left and figure out what's going on over there. This level is interesting, and I think the reason why I hate this level so much is because not only is there limited vision, but it's also there's also a bunch of enemies that charge at you in this level. So it's like, you can't see 4 feet in front of your face, but then you also have enemies that charge at you. And all you get from those enemies is an audio cue. A very annoying audio cue, mind you, to let you know that enemies are coming from off screen. So it's just rough. That and a lot of this, like if you make a mistake, and especially on this, this took me a couple minutes to do. If you make a mistake here, you fall all the way down to the water, and it's like a long trek back. It's like a punishment or whatever. But it's also like the most annoying level to have a punishment like that in, you know? And it's not like the scenery is very nice to look at either. Like, at least in the City of Tears. Like, I guess the scenery right here is nice to look at. Because it's like pipes and gates and stuff, and it looks nice. And there's like waterfalls. It reminds me of the City of Tears a little bit. But most of the level is just this. It's just like brick, and that's it. It's all that's in the background, really. And so at least in like City of Tears, it's like, oh, look at the beautiful, like, look at the rain that's happening, or look at the beautiful window that I can look out. You know, take a break. But most of it's just this brick right here, or like it's so dark that I can't see the background. Which I think is why this is my least favorite level. There's other factors that you'll see in this video, but that's pretty much the main one. So, I see this thing. There are papers leading to where the map guy is, pretty much always. So, I know that I need to go to him to figure out where the fuck I am in this maze of a map. That's another thing, is this thing is a maze, so without the map, you're pretty much screwed. And I went ahead and explored a lot of this level without a map at all, which is rough. Only added to the grief that I felt. There's 3 of them there. See, I fall all the way down to the water. There's enemies down here. You can't attack in the water, so you have to jump up and attack. But it's not always the best thing to do. Enemies above you. So, yeah. I'm going to skip to the point where I do this. I did fail this a bunch of times, like 4 or 5 times. You just have to keep going back, keep killing them, and you know. And I died a couple times, had to go back and get the shit. Tried speed running, not killing anything. But it's not always the way that you have to do things. So I managed to get past it. I do see that guy below me, so I'm going to try to get to a safe platform before I fight him, and I do. So that's pretty much that. His mapness is right over here. So this room is interesting because the music starts popping off. Like it's fucking... like my life depends on whatever's going on in this room. I don't see anything, so I'm confused. I do notice a way up to my top, so I'm going to try to get up there. I end up leaving the room a couple times, but I do see that little area up top, and I'm going to try to get up there best of my ability. But there's a ground right there that I cannot get up. So finally I enter this room and I figure out what I'm supposed to do. I'm just supposed to kill all these things. That's why the music is popping off the way that it is. Because they just want you to kill all the things. The only problem with these guys are relatively easy. Probably the easiest, or one of the easiest enemies. Out of like the 4 or 5 enemies here, there's probably 2 that are like the easiest. Although I wouldn't even call these guys easy, because if in a group I'm pretty sure that's why the music is popping off, is because if you hit one of these guys into another one of these guys, they both puff up, so it's real rough to do them in close spaces like this. Luckily, we're doing it pretty well. None of the people are running into other shits, so there's not much to worry about as far as collision courses. Which is good, because I would think that even like 2 of these guys blowing up would be a problem in this space. Because they would all be bouncing around the platforms and stuff and all that shit. But yeah, so now my main goal is to get to the map person. We can afford whatever price he's offering the map at. Pretty stacked as far as my coinage goes. My geo. And open the door that leads to him. We're going to pick up this guy's map. Oh, aren't these waterways thrilling? A labyrinth of pipes and stuff? I couldn't have asked for a better place to enjoy my talents. Oh, but so sad. Yeah, the reason why you like this place is because it's a maze. So stupid. See, I'm thinking that. Look, okay. Let me just explain something, or theory craft with you guys a little bit, since I can, you know. I think that guy's probably like a warrior, you know, because how does he get around the map? How am I having so much trouble getting around the map, and this cartographer guy is just like, yeah, I'm gonna get to the place that I need to be. Yeah. This is the most annoying thing. You have no idea how flustered I was during that entire exchange. Just like the noises freak you out. They all charge at you. They all like fly around you in different directions, so you can't like move. I need juice to ground pound that, or soul. To go get some and then just cut past and bring you to where I do have it. Yeah, so I go down here. This is an interesting place because I've already been pretty much all around the map except for down here. So that's where we're gonna go. This is kind of where their base is, I guess, or where all these guys are. Just gonna keep walking past these mantis bombers. I do hear a bunch of them down there, so I don't want to go down there without doing it, or without knowing that there's anything nearby. My brain just completely went blank. So the wall to the left looked like it was breakable. I don't understand why it did not, or was not breaking, because it totally looked like a door I could go through. But it ends up being a breakable wall later on, so that's why that is. Yeah, like I said, this seems to be their lair where all of them live. I hate these monsters, so you can only imagine my frustration when I started to realize that you pretty much only find these guys down here. You just have to fight them one at a time. And like if you get more than one involved, it's real tough to kind of walk around or fight the people. So I'm going to heal back up to full health. I want to kind of constantly be at full health here. I don't want to die in this awful place. It's not a very good place to die. Because if I die there, then my shadow's going to be there with a bunch of things, and I don't want that. Nothing's worse than getting your shadow back and instantly dropping to like 1 or 2 health. Because of like the amount of enemies in the air. But unfortunately, that's where you normally die, is like next to a bunch of enemies. Or like around a boss or something. You have to like fight the boss over and over again. So that was probably best case scenario as far as like how that could have played out. There was a little mantis bomber up top. And the mantis bomber bombed the guy that I was attacking while I was taking damage from the guy, so I didn't take damage from the bomber. It was real crazy how that played out, but I'm going to try to isolate this one so I can fight this one alone and fight them both separately. And it works out pretty well. I managed to kill the dog right as I'm starting the next guy up, so it's pretty good. I wish they made a pleasing noise. We do have a soul generator or juice generator over there that we can use to bring ourselves up to a decent amount of soul. I always want to keep the soul as much as possible. I don't know if that's like obvious or that's what like or other people use it more offensively, but I feel like the most useful thing is being able to heal yourself with the soul. So having full of it allows me to do that more often. I never use my soul offensively. Well, I guess I do sometimes when I realize that there's no reason to heal. You know? If there's no reason to heal in the boss, or like I'm fighting a boss or something that doesn't allow me to heal, then I will just use my soul offensively. But most of the time, it's like I'm gonna use my soul to heal pretty much every time. So I'm breaking all these things because I have this like weird like tick where if I don't break everything that I can break, I'm terrible. That's why I can't play things that have nothing in like boxes or anything. If you put boxes in your game and there's nothing in your boxes, you're a dick. Like wholeheartedly you're a dick. Because like that's pretty much all I live for is like breaking boxes and like, oh yeah, I got something from this box, or I got a cool thing from this box. Even if it's just like a rock. Like give me a rock that I can pick up and like throw at something. I'd be happy. As long as I'm getting something from the box. So I go up here. I do notice that there's a chest right here. So I'm going to go and get that before I go up any further. I did find that secret passageway that you guys just saw, but I wanted to make sure that there's nothing up here first. Or that this goes to where I think it goes, which is back to the beginning. And that it does. It goes back to the beginning. So I can now traverse through this wall that was supposed to be breakable, or supposed to be go throughable before. Which is good. It's almost like a mini checkpoint. As far, because there's only one fucking bench in this entire game, in this, well, not entire game, in this entire level. Let me say. So I'm gonna go through the secret area and kind of make my way to the thing. Usually, when there's a large tunnel like that in video games, there's a boss fight, and you can see him up there in the top left. This is another reason why I hate the game, or the game. I keep saying the game because I don't hate this game. I like this game a lot. But I hate this level so much. So much. But yeah. So this is this guy. I imagine that he's a boss and that if I hit him, he'll start. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to go around him. So that way I don't trigger him, but there's nothing like beyond him. And there's nothing on these platforms either. So I don't know what to do except fight him. So that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to get up onto a ledge that I like and shoot some soul at him. Alright, Flukemarm. I fucking hate this boss. So the premise of this boss is that he constantly spawns out these flying teeth dudes. They take about 2 hits to destroy as my current strength level, and he spawns them every other second. So if I don't kill one within a second, he spawns another one, so I'm just swarmed with them. So I'm like, fuck, I need to go get my soul back. And he's right over here. I'm gonna get him back. I'm gonna try this one more time. Try and defeat him. So again, second attempt, same thing happens. He pushes you off the ledge with the guys. There's not much you can do. You try to heal. He spawns another one. Again, like I just don't think I kill these things fast enough in order for me to like accurately defeat this boss. That, and on top of like defeating them, I have to like jump up. I have to also make sure that I'm healed, so that way I'm like, fuck this. I can't deal with this right now, and I end up dying right there. So I think I go again. Pretty sure. Oh no, I missed the. Okay, so this is unfortunate. So I missed the shortcut back, and so I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'll just, I'll make my way back. Which is fine. I need to get something to heal, and unfortunately there's no enemies in which that I can attack and heal, and I die a second time before getting to the boss. At this point, I'd said fuck it. I was so angry at that Flukemarm boss at that point that or in this whole entire level. Oh, it's you again. Glad to see you return. No, please don't say a word. I must apologize. Entirely my fault. I mistook you for one of those mindless skulking husks. Yet you bested me in the most majestic knightly fashion. Such joyful, vigorous combat. Almost forgotten the feeling. I was once a knight, you see. I stood before the grace of our good king, but then that nasty business with the affliction. So, yeah, so I was just so mad at that boss and this level in general that I'm just like, fuck it. I don't want to go back. I lost all my money. When you die, you don't get your money back. If you die twice, you lose all the money that you had originally gotten. So I'm going to this City of Tears thing, but I wanted to go down first because I know up is to the City of Tears, but I don't know what down is. So I'm making my way down this tunnel here because I am done with the previous level. But the more I go down, the more gray it gets, and it looks really grim down here. It's like ash, I guess. I don't know what those trees are or what they do. I've seen them before. I honestly have no idea what they do. If you know what they do, or I've forgotten what they do, maybe I used to know before, but I don't know now. Alright, so this is a new level. It's obviously gray and gloomy. It does have the same City of Tears enemies I'm looking at up here, but it's also an added danger because now we have the City of Tears enemies, but in a dark area with spikes and stuff. This is better though because I can see a couple feet in front of my face, which is a good change of pace. That rhymed, and I quite enjoy that. So yeah, so we're going through. This is pretty much a quiet City of Tears. There's not much music in the way of music going on down here. Not that there's music very many places in this game. It's also very ominous because I think there's a drone, a constant hum in the back. The wind is making that howling noise, but you're in a cave, so you can't really tell. Which is something I really like. The sound design in games is really cool. All right. So I don't have a map for this area, which is when I realized that I'm probably just in a new area here. I'm scared because I don't know if I'm supposed to have maybe a better sword upgrade for this place because it was already rough trying to deal with the previous place. I don't want a thing harder than place. But yeah, so I go up and I'm in the Royal Waterways again. So I find it interesting. I'm gonna explore this top area a little bit before actually descending down to the level. I am kind of functioning on half a soul bar right now because I had lost all of my soul by giving up on that Flukemarm boss, so I'm kind of just functioning at half capacity right now, but it's working out. I'm surviving still, so whatever works. Oh my goodness, I had to sneeze, so I did that thing where I held the sneeze in. Oh my god, it's it blows me back a little bit because I wanted to sneeze. But all right, so here I go. Interesting because there's a drop off right there. There was a door, so I wanted to see what the door did, but there's a drop off that kind of stops you from going to the door. You can wall climb on the door a little bit. You can't go in the door. So Guessing it was just locked for whatever reason. It looks like there's an underground path towards or through the door though, which is interesting world building. Because I guess like if we take into account what the guy said, he said that there was an affliction that happened. Shit like that. That guy's interesting. He has a ranged attack and a slice attack, so he does one or the other, and the animation is the same for both. So you really just run up and attack, and then hope that he does a melee attack when you run away. Because if he does the ranged attack, then your movement is restricted by a lot. Again, more of these guys. I'm gonna have trouble getting up because that guy's gonna keep firing into the hole every second. And I'm hoping to like find a way up here, but see a way that I can do anything as far as go up. But I eventually make it up. I have no soul to heal myself, so fighting this guy is going to be rough, especially since there's a ledge right next to him. But I managed to make it work. And I'm going to heal up. I'm very interested in exploring this level further. There's a lot of, like, lore stuff that can be gleaned from this area. Like that big door, like an underground tunnel through this big door, makes me think that maybe like the infected like dug under the city to like infect everything, or like, you know, but then this is lower than the rest, so like what's happening in the story? I end up getting teleported all the way fucking back to the city of, or the Royal Waterways, which is just awful. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm probably gonna go right back down. I don't know if I should go to the City of Tears first, maybe, or maybe go to the bank and see how much money I have in there, or if I drew it all. I don't know what's gonna happen. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. Also subscribe if you haven't done so already. At least I'm out of the Royal Waterways. Whatever we decide to do, which is a relief for me, at least. I hope to see you guys in the next episode of this, whenever that is. I don't know. And peace out, you guys.